Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers. Welcome to our brand new Doctor Who review. So in this review, I'm going to be talking about a story that will be coming up to 40 years old in January. Around about the 4th to the 12th of January. This story will be 40 years old. And if you can guess the maths right, it is no other than Doctor Who Castrovalva. The Peter Davison's very first story as the 5th Doctor. Now, before you get any further, you can get this DVD if you haven't seen it, either in Doctor Who The New Beginnings box set, or, if you're very lucky, in Doctor Who The Collection Season 19. This is the other version. There is a standard version of it, so you can still pick it up in those two. Now, Castrovalva, I absolutely love this story. I mean, it's very, very good in a way. It's Peter Davison is brilliantly as the 5th Doctor after recovering from his regeneration from the Goplus as the 4th Doctor. He ruins his long scarf, the season 18 scarf, in a way, because he's there on Fred while he finds the TARDIS, while he's trying to find the Zero Room. I absolutely love this because not only does this story is good, it actually has the Master trying to kill the Doctor before the Doctor fully becomes stable in his mind. So we actually see the Master use Adric to program the TARDIS to go into Event 1, aka the Big Bang. So when you see the TARDIS is there, the Master just comes on the screen going, "Farewell, my friends! Farewell forever!" I love Anthony the Master. And then when you get to the actual planet Castrovalva, which is created by Adric, but using the Master, you actually, like the Portreeve was created by Adric and the Master. You actually have like Adric being prisoned by the Master. The Master's literally kidnaps Adric from the Doctor's TARDIS and then uses him for his maths block transfer. Now, this story is actually written by Christopher H. Birdmer. I absolutely do love this story. It's a great story for Peter Davison because it actually shows Peter Davison when he gets into his costume. I love that bit with the TARDIS, like with the Doctor's there going, "Adric!" And he goes from him going, "Oh no. That's the trouble with regeneration. You quite never know what you're going to end up with." And then he goes and picks up the flute and he realises that isn't him because that was Troughton's Doctor. And then when you see him pick up the cricket, it goes, and then you have that really nice music that goes, do, 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 do. I can't, it's in my head, but I can't actually sing it. I absolutely do love this episode. It's a really great 4-part adventure, as I said, broadcast from the 4th to the 12th of January. Now, during this time of Doctor Who history, this is where Doctor Who was bounced around between Mondays and Friday afternoons. So you have like 2 episodes on a Monday and then 2 episodes on a Friday. Or then when you get to season 20, I think it was on a Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. It did bounce around in the weekdays because it was during Peter Davison's run. It was took off Saturdays and put on during the week, so they did just to bounce around a lot in the 1980s, season 19, 20, and 21, before it went back onto Saturdays for season 22. Again, this story is an absolutely classic story, I have to say. It is fantastic, amazing. Peter Davison gives a good performance as the 5th Doctor. So when you see him running around trying to get out of Castrovalva, and then when he looks outside his window, he goes, "We caught a space-time trap," and you have that really music, and he goes there. I absolutely love the 1980s theme. It's my second favorite theme. Well, it's my second favorite theme music, not titles, but second favorite theme music. I absolutely do love Castrovalva. It gives off such a great performance between the Doctor. Now, Peter's Doctor does work well with Tegan and Nyssa. I don't really think he works well with Adric. Tom Baker's Doctor works so well with Adric, and I think with Peter Davison, Adric's just there for the sake of it, spare part. But in this story, Adric does have something to do because he's actually been kidnapped by the Master, and the Master's using him for his block transfer. So that's a bonus, I say, before Adric gets a little bit tedious in season 19. Sorry, Matthew Waterhouse, but I have to admit, your character, aka Adric, is a lot better in season 18 with Tom Baker than he is with Peter Davison's 5th Doctor. I do have to say, I don't know what he's like in Big Finish, because he has done a few Big Finish audios with Davison, Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton, so hopefully that's quite good. I, again, have to say, this story is a masterpiece. I absolutely love it. It's one of the best post-regeneration stories out there. I mean, when you have the Doctor, like, banging his head on the TARDIS wall, when the TARDIS is there helping the Doctor try and heal himself, and he's there on the wheelchair, trying to get to the console room, and then when you see him in the console room, and then he's there, like, talking with the TARDIS heading towards the Big Bang, and he goes, "Get K9 to explain it to you. Good luck," like that, and it goes like that, and like collapses out of his concentration. And then when they build like a zero cabinet to carry the Doctor to castrovalva, his concentration does weaken in this, and he goes, "Sorry, I'll be meditating." I do love the bit where you have them like walking to castrovalva, putting the Doctor down, like burying him like in plant leaves, the zero cabinet, and then the Doctor gets out of it. And then when they go back to pick the Doctor, because they found castrovalva, which is the big giant castle, and you have Sarah Nyssa going, "He's gone. The Doctor's gone," and that was it for part 2. I absolutely love the way the reveal of Anthony Ainley's Master, because he's there trying to be like the Paul Treve, and then he's there in this guy says, "And the Doctor to have his final appointment with his Master." I love it. And then when the Master's there trying to break into the zero cabinet, you go, and on the like this stereophone, it shows the Doctor breaking through a window, and he goes, "That's a lie. The Doctor's here." I love it. And then when the Doctor goes, "Are you sure about that, Master?" And he goes, "Where are you?" Like that. And then when Charlemagne flies off the top straight into the cash tree, and it executes, and the Master's there kind of like screaming, going, "My web!" Again, I do like it when the Doctor's there, like when Nyssa and Tegan are there trying to get hold of Adric. The Doctor goes, "Stop!" And he goes, and then the Doctor looks at Adric being like prisoned, changed by the Master, and the Doctor just goes, "So that is how you're holding castrovalva." And the Master goes, "I made it possible, Doctor." Like the Master's there just bragging, and then Charlemagne just goes and crushes it. The Doctor goes and grabs Adric. So when they all run out, castrovalva vanishes. Well, just before it vanishes, the Master's there as prisoner, because they actually get hold of him, like ripping his clothes, and he's like screaming, going, "My web, come here to me, boy." I have to say, castrovalva is a good story between the Doctor and the Master. For me, it's not as good as Logopolis or The Keeper of Traken, but it's my second favourite Peter Davison story against the Master. I mean, my all-time favourite story with Davison and the Master has got to be Planet of Fire, because I do love that. I do love that episode, and when you see the Master just get lights in the fire in that episode, it's quite good. So yeah, I absolutely do like castrovalva. If I was to rank this, it will be 10 out of 10. But if I was to rank this in the whole lot of season 19, which there will be a review coming out for season 19, so please sit there and stay tuned wait for that review. So I'm doing with my Star Trek reviews as well. So there will be a season 19 review, because I am in the middle of watching Star Trek Voyager and Doctor Who season 19. Kind of watching the two back to back. Some, like, you know, I'm multitasking. I've got one TV. I watch one disc of Voyager, and then I go to Doctor Who, and then Voyager, Doctor Who, so on and so on. So I'm still watching the both. So let me know in the comments what you think of Doctor Who castrovalva. Is it your favourite Peter Davison story? Is it the first story you ever watched of Peter Davison? For me, my favourite story of Peter Davison I actually ever watched was The Five Doctors. So I kind of went the opposite way for his Doctor. This is a great story, I have to say. Davison gives a great, massive performance as the Fifth Doctor. I've already met Peter Davison in real life when I was dressed as his Fifth Doctor. I am going to meet him again in Comic-Con in Telford in November, so I'm hoping to get this signed by him. I'm literally going to get castrovalva signed and some other DVDs signed. So let me know in the comments what you think of Doctor Who castrovalva. If it's one of your favourite stories, let me know. And if you want to know how to get hold of castrovalva again, you can either get it in Doctor Who The New Beginnings box set with the last 2 Tom Baker stories, or if you want, you can try and get hold of Doctor Who The Collection Season 19 in the standard edition, because this one is very popular now. So you can try, as you guessed, I have made it a bit shiny, as you can tell, the cardboard sleeve, because I've actually put sticky tape over it to try and make it look nice. As you know, I've done it with all my other ones as well. So anyway, let me know what you think of Castrovalva, and have a good day, and join me later on for another Star Trek video. Have a great day.